In the heart of northern Uganda, within the sprawling plains of the Acholi land, there lived a young woman named Ayaa. Her skin was as deep as the fertile soil that nourished the land, rich and dark, a reflection of her ancestry and the pride of her people. Yet, for Ayaa, this very skin had become a source of sorrow. Growing up, Ayaa had been the subject of whispers and cruel remarks. Too dark, they said, too different. The villagers, who themselves were of dark complexion, somehow found her skin too intense, too distinct. This rejection had built a fortress around Ayaa's heart, making her believe that love was something she was not destined to find. But Ayaa was not only beautiful, she was talented and kind. She had a voice that could silence the wind and a smile that could light up the darkest of nights. Yet her beauty, like her voice, was often overlooked because of the prejudices held against her skin. One day, a group of foreign aid workers arrived in her village. Among them was a man named Nyom, a wealthy entrepreneur from Australia. He had come to Africa not just to offer aid, but to explore the rich cultures and traditions that the continent had to offer. Nyom was immediately captivated by the vibrancy of the Acholi culture, but it was Ayaa who truly caught his eye. She was performing a traditional dance at a village gathering when he first saw her. The way she moved, with grace and confidence, mesmerized him. But more than her dance, it was her aura, a mixture of strength and vulnerability that drew him in. Nyom began to spend more time in the village under the guise of work, but really, his heart was leading him back to Ayaa. He watched as she carried out her daily tasks with quiet dignity, her beauty undiminished by the harsh sun. They began to speak, and Nyom discovered that Ayaa was not just beautiful but intelligent, with dreams and stories of her own. As they grew closer, Nyom's affection for Ayaa deepened into love. But Ayaa, wounded by years of rejection, could not believe that this white man, who could have anyone, would choose her. She tried to push him away, but Nyom was persistent. He saw in Ayaa not just her dark skin, but her light, the kindness in her eyes, the warmth in her smile. Rumors began to spread in the village. The people whispered about the Mzungu, white man, who had fallen for the girl with skin as dark as the night. Some were supportive, but many were skeptical, unable to understand why someone like Nyom would love someone like Ayaa. Despite the doubts and prejudices, Nyom asked Ayaa to marry him. Overwhelmed with emotion, Ayaa finally let down the walls she had built around her heart and said yes. Their wedding was a grand affair, a fusion of Acholi and Australian traditions. The village came alive with colour, bright fabrics, traditional songs, and dances. The elders blessed the union, and even those who had doubted Ayaa came to celebrate. As Ayaa walked down the aisle in her traditional Acholi attire, with her dark skin glowing under the sun, she was the most beautiful bride anyone had ever seen. Nyom, dressed in a blend of African and Western clothes, waited for her with tears in his eyes, knowing that he was the luckiest man in the world. When they exchanged vows, it wasn't just a union of two hearts, but a testament that love sees beyond colour, beyond prejudice. The villagers, who once wondered why this man would choose Ayaa, now saw the truth. It wasn't the colour of her skin that mattered, it was the depth of her soul. Nyom had seen what they had failed to notice, a love so pure it could not be bound by the superficial. Ayaa and Nyom's story became a legend in the village, a tale told to remind the young ones that love knows no bounds, no colour, no race. And as they lived their lives together, they showed the world that true love is not about what you see on the outside, but what you feel in your heart.